Assalamu alaikum everyone, hope all of you are fine. Welcome to the video lesson. Today's lesson is about the revision of your second monthly assessment, and the topic of our today's lesson is flowcharts. That is the syllabus of your second monthly assessment. So today we are going to solve one question, that is trace table, and I have taken this question from the past paper. So let's discuss that how we are going to attempt this question. So this question is of 7 marks, and as I have told you that in trace table style questions, the flowchart will be given by the examiner and some values will be there by the examiner. Then we have a trace table which you can see on the screen, and we have to fill this trace table by putting the given values in the flowchart, and we have to dry run the flowchart, and then we put the values one by one in the table, right? And at the end we have a question in which the examiner asks sometime that what is the purpose of this algorithm given to you, or how you can extend this algorithm for further processing, right? So in today's question, this trace table question, the final part will be of 3 marks, and that is about the extension of this algorithm. Means the examiner is asking, explain how you could extend the algorithm to allow for the sale of more than one product at a time, right? So we'll discuss about that at the end. So first let's start and see how we can attempt this question and how we can dry run our flowchart, right? So you can see at the start of the algorithm we have 2 variables in which the 2 values are stored already. One is stock and one is total. So let me give you some more explanation that this kind of algorithm, or if you convert it into a program, so you can use it for checking the stock of your products which you have. For example, if you are running a kind of shop and you have some products in the stock, and then if you are selling something, so how you can maintain your record and how you can calculate the total basically. So let's start. We have, as I said, the 2 variables, stock and total. So this time at the beginning stock is 10 and total is 0 here. So what we have to do, we have to take the values given by the examiner, which you can see, those are the alphabets, Y, some alphabets given, and at the end we have one alphabet, that is N. Okay, so first what we have to do, how we are going to fill this trace table. We will write the value of stock and then total here. So at the beginning the value of stock here is 10 and in total we have 0, right? So if we start this flow chart, so you can see we have to take inputs from the user, and we have to store that value in the variable that is sale. It means if you are selling something, some of the products in your shop, so how you can minus that from the total stock which you have. So let's input the value given by the examiner, that is Y. So in this column of sale here, what we are going to add, we are going to add Y, right? Because that is the value given by the examiner. So in the input we got Y, and now let's check the further conditions. So is sale is equals to N, it means the value which we have entered in variable sale, we have to check either that value is N, no, that is not n, that value is y. As you can see, we have entered the alphabet y in variable sale. So what we have to do, we'll go towards no side, because the value in the variable sale is not n, it's y. So we'll move forward. Next we have a variable stock. So what we have to do, we have to subtract 1 from the stock, right? So we have to subtract 1 from the stock and store the result in the other variable, that is also stock. So this variable stock is this one here. So what we are going to do in this step, we are going to subtract 1 from this 10, because that is the value stored in this variable here. So 10 minus 1 will be 9, and that will be stored here in the variable stock. So let's move forward. Now we have another condition, that is stock equals to 5, means the value which we just stored here, is that equals to 5. So sorry, is that lesser than 5? So no, that is not lesser than 5. So what we are going to do, we'll move towards no side, right? And in the no side, we can see that we have the variable total. So here, what was the value of total? That was 0. So what we are going to do here, we will add 1 in that value of total and will store it to the variable. So that means 0 plus 1 will be 1, and the value 1 will be stored here, right? So let's add the values in the trace table. So what was the value of stock? That is 9, because we have subtracted 1 from the value 10 which is stored in the stock. So 10 minus 1 is 9. So here we will write 9. And what was the value of total? That was 0 at the beginning, and here in the last step we have added 1 in the total. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So that is why in the table we will write 1 here. Okay. So nothing will come in the column of output, because we haven't met that condition in which we have to give some kind of output. Okay. So sorry, I hope the first step is clear to you. That is, we have to take one value from the values given by the examiner. We have to put that value in the algorithm, and we have to dry run the algorithm, and according to the conditions we have to check and fill the trace table, right? So when we'll move forward, so let's see. Now from the last step we'll move upwards, and here again we are on input sale. So the value given by the examiner from input sale, that is y. We will write y here, right? And what was the value of stock and total? So in stock we have 9, and in total we have 1. So when we will move according to our flow chart, so is sale is equals to n? No, sale is equals to y. So we'll move towards the no side, and again we have stock and stock minus 1. It means this time we have 9 in the stock, and we will subtract, when we will subtract 1 from that value stored in the stock, that is 9. So 9 minus 1 will be 8. So here in this column we will get 8. Next condition is value stored in stock variable is lesser than 5. No, it's not lesser than 5, because that is 8. So we'll move towards the no side, that is the last condition. So total plus 1. So what do we have in total variable? This time we have 1. So total plus 1 will becomes 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2, right? So here we will get 2. So again the same step, we have to move forward upwards to the input sale part. Again we will take one value, input sale, that will be y here, right? And when we move to the next condition, that is sale is equals to n. No, it's not equal to n, it's equal to y. So we'll move towards the flow of no. And again we have stock minus 1. So in the stock variable we have 8. So 8 minus 1 will become 7. We'll move to the next step, that is value stored in stock variable is lesser than 5? No, it's 7, which is greater than 5. So we'll move to the last step, that is no. And here we will again add 1 in the value stored in variable total. So 2 plus 1 will be 3. So we'll keep on moving like this, step by step, right? And we will keep on going. Next time again we will input y. So how many y's we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have added 4th time here y. So this time again when we will subtract 1 from the stock, so 7 minus 1 will become 6. And here at the end when we will add 1 to the total, that will become 4, right? So we'll keep on moving like that. And when we will come upwards and we will again take 1 y in the input sale. So we will check the condition, same we will move forward. Stock minus 1 means 6 minus 1 will be 5 here, right? And when we will move forward, so that is stock lesser than 5? No, it's not lesser than 5. 5 is equal to 5 but not lesser. So we will move forward and we'll say total plus 1. So we have 4 here. So 4 plus 1 will become 5, right? So we will keep on checking the values like that. So let's check the last step. This time we will again enter the last y in the variable input sale. So we have y here. Is sale is equals to n? No, sale is equals to y. So next step, stock minus 1. So what is the value of stock this time? It's 5. So 5 minus 1 will be 4 here. So is stock is lesser than 5? Yes, this time stock is lesser than 5. So it means this time we will move to the yeser part, this one here, right? So what do we have here? The condition here is output add new stock. So it means this time we are going to write our first message in the output column, and that is add new stock. So here we will write add new stock, right? Because if you go to any kind of clothing brand shop, so there they have a bigger stock, and they have set a condition or a number that if their stock reaches to that point, so their system should give an automatic notification or a message that your stock is lesser, so you should get some new stock, right, or restock. So that is for the maintenance of the stock, and so that they can deliver the products on time to the customers, right? So it's related to that kind of concept. So when you will get this output add new stock, so what will happen? We will move to the next step, that is saying stock plus 10. Means the value which we have here in the stock, so add 10 more in that value and store it to the variable stock again. Means you have to check the value of stock from the table, that is 4. So 4 plus 10 means the value in this stock is 4, so 4 plus 10 will be 14, and we'll move towards the total side, and that is total plus 1. So what is the value of total? The value of total is 5, so 5 plus 1 will become 6, right? And we will move upwards again, and this time we have to take the value again given by the examiner, that is n, the last value. So let's see what happens when we will enter n. So when we will enter n in the variable sale, so that will check, is sale is equals to n? Yes, sale is equals to n this time. So we'll move towards the yes side, and that is saying output total, and stop the algorithm. So in the output column here we have to show the total. So what was the total? Total was 6, right? You have to output total, means the value stored in the total. Here you have to write that value in the output column. Okay, it was 6, it was 5, sorry, and when we move to that step, total plus 1, so it became 6. So that is why at the end when we will output the value stored in the variable total, so that will be 6 here. Okay, and after that our algorithm will stop. Okay, and that is how we are going to attempt this question, or we are going to solve this algorithm, right? And at the end, the last question, the last part, that is about explain how you could extend the algorithm to allow for the sale of more than one product at a time, right? So for that we have to take input a number, then we have to check that the number will be lesser than the quantity in stock. Okay, means that number shouldn't be bigger than the quantity, the total quantity of our stock. And next we have to update stock by the number, means by that number, means the value which we are getting. So we have to update our stock according to that number. So for that we have the condition written, stock minus number. Okay, means we have to minus that number from our current stock and store the remaining value or the number, the digit in the variable stock, and update total by that number, means we have to update our total by that number as well. And for that we have mentioned total plus number, means the value in the total plus that number, and the resultant value will be stored in the variable total, right? So 4 marks are for this trace table part which we have just filled, and 3 marks are for this one, the part B, which we have just done. So total we have 7 marks for this question, right? So we have done this worksheet already in the class, and the purpose of this today's video lesson was to revise that whole concept. So I hope everything will be clear to you, and best of luck for your assessments. Thank you.